that I hear often from people in business is that they don't know what to do when building their business. They don't know exactly what activities are going to help them reach their goals. They know that they want to have a business. They know that they want to be successful making money online, on the internet. But when it comes to taking action, they have a vision, they have an idea. Listen, if you don't have a vision or an idea, you got to start there. But they have a vision, they have an idea, but they don't know how to execute. They don't know how to do it. And so they're waiting until they know exactly all the right activities of what to do before taking action. And I'm just gonna shoot straight early in this video. That's one of the worst things that they can do. Now you might say, well, how am I gonna do what I don't know how to do? Here's the secret, and this is the secret that I'm gonna give you, is every single successful business owner I've ever met, ever worked with, in now or in the future, they figured it out as they went along. And that's the biggest thing that a lot of people, they're afraid of doing, especially like in an academic setting. We're taught learn and then do, and that's the worst possible thing that entrepreneurs can do, is learn and then do. You need to learn while you do, and that's the biggest thing, is you need to do, make major mistakes, mess up, do all the wrong things, and learn as you go. And if you're not willing to do that, you are not going to be very successful as an entrepreneur. You're just not. And so you have to learn as you go. You have to learn while you're doing the things, while you're discovering what works, what doesn't. And this is one of the biggest things that sets apart successful entrepreneurs from those that just wish that they could be successful. Is successful entrepreneurs figure it out as they go. They don't let not knowing how stop them from getting started. And so this activity of waiting until you have it all figured out before you get started, learning before you get started, is one of the biggest reasons why people struggle to make money. They're waiting until they know all the things. They're waiting until they feel comfortable enough to take action because their knowledge is there before doing it. You have to learn while you build. Success follows speed, money follows speed. And so to do that, you have to start imperfectly, mess up, make mistakes, look stupid, have people hate you, have people think bad things about you, people laugh at you, people say, oh, you don't know how to do, you're not good enough, and not let it affect you, okay? And so a lot of times you're gonna have to work through not letting people's opinions of you bother you at all. You're gonna have to work through not letting what people think of you stop you at all, okay? And you learn while you go. You learn the stuff while you do the work. You don't wait till you learned to do the work. Okay? And this is one of the single biggest things that stops people from being financially successful, is they are waiting until one day when they feel like they finally learned enough to do the thing that they want to do. They're waiting until they finally feel like they've learned enough to then do the first step, to take action. And that's the worst possible thing that you can do. There's no way to sugarcoat that. You have to do the work while you figure it out. You have to do the work while you're learning. Now listen, am I going to play the piano while I don't know how to play the piano? No, that doesn't make sense. In business, you have to do the exact opposite. You literally have to do the work without knowing how to do it while you learn, instead of waiting until you have it all figured out. Because by the time you learn it, it's all going to change. And that's what a lot of people have experienced, is that it all changes by the time they learn it. Then they feel like they have to learn this new thing. The way to fix that, I'm telling you, this is what creates millionaires. It is. And yet so many people fight this, and they will not be a millionaire because they won't do this. They go through a cycle of learning. Oh, now it's too late, doesn't work, then they have to learn again, and they never do anything because they're in a constant cycle of just learning all the new stuff that is outdated. Whereas millionaires, they take action when they learn a little bit, take action in the beginning and learn as they go. They figure out how to build the ship as they go. And so waiting until you got it all figured out, all mapped out, all planned out, all feeling good enough and perfect that it's ready to go before you get started is hurting your chances of success. I can't stress this enough. I can't say it in a million different languages different. You have to take imperfect action without knowing what you're doing and learn as you go and figure it out along the way, and stop waiting until you have it all mapped out, all planned out, all figured out, all knowing what to do. You can't be afraid to make mistakes. You can't be afraid to mess up. You learn as you go. That is how entrepreneurship works out. That's how successful building of businesses works, is you take the action while you're learning. You don't wait until you have it all figured out. I know that this is probably not even going to connect with people for some reason. Maybe one or two of you are going to get this. I'm hoping that some people get this, that they grab onto this. This is the single biggest indicator of people's financial success in entrepreneurship that I have ever seen, is them being willing to figure it out as they go. Those that are not willing to do so very rarely, almost never will succeed financially, but they'll be in a constant cycle of not being ready yet and feeling like they're figuring it out while they're learning. It's time to break out of that stinking hamster wheel, my friends. It's time to break out of that spinning around in the cycle of learn, and then wait until I finally know what to do anything, and start taking action while you're figuring it out, while you're learning, instead of waiting until you have it all learned in your head, that you finally do the thing while you're learning to do the thing. That's the secret to success that so many people miss, and I'm so passionate about this. If that's so difficult for someone to do, there's usually something attached to them with a traumatic experience where at one time when they took action and learned as they went, they got hurt, and they don't ever want to experience that pain again. And so you may need to work with a professional, a therapist, somebody that can work with you through that trauma that is completely stopping you from doing the very thing that's going to make you successful. As I see people do it 5-10 years down the road, they haven't even done step one because they're still figuring it out. They're still learning what to do in their business. You have to learn as you go. You can't learn it all in the beginning, learn a plan, and then take action. As an entrepreneur, to make money, you have to do the activity, do the action while you're learning, and learn and figure it out as you go. You don't have time or the luxury to wait, because by the time you learn it all, it's going to be outdated, it's not going to work. And so you just have to figure it out as you go. That's it. That's it, my friends. I'm going to figure out how to help people get this, because this is one of the biggest things. Imperfect action. You got to stop waiting until you have it all mapped out before you get started. Take action without knowing all the things to do. Figure it out as you go in business. That's how you make money. Stop waiting until you have it all figured out to do the things, and start imperfectly. Be okay with messing up. Be okay with making big, messy mistakes. That's a good thing. That's a good thing in your life, in your business, as a business owner. If you are unwilling to do this, you will probably struggle to be financially successful. It's just the truth. You don't have time to just sit around and figure it all out and learn before you get started. Start imperfectly, learn as you go, and it'll open up so many doors for you of opportunity. It'll change everything. That's it. All right. We'll talk soon, everybody. Have a good one.